Welcome to the Mustang Owners Podcast. We are here live at RTR, the big lab. So this is an awesome opportunity for us to be here. We're with Josh Hipp, Sales and Marketing Director,
Yes,
correct?
Yes.
And we're standing in front of it, if you guys can't see,
I'm blocking it, sorry.
the most beautiful car there is in the world. The Mystic is back. So we want to just hear a little bit about RTR, its history, where you're at currently, and where we're going forward.
Yeah, I mean, well, you came at a great time. I mean, RTR has been, absolutely expanding like crazy. So founded in 2010, based on just pure passion from Vaughn Gittin Jr. himself. When he stepped into Mustang after being an import driver and drift for a considerable amount of time, Mustang just, while he loved the chassis, the looks of it just didn't necessarily speak to him. And he wasn't a big fan of the legacies in the space, so he made RTR for the new generation. It's a simple, aggressive styling, speaks to a younger audience, and that's what we focused on ever since we've been growing over the last 14 years, is curating that young audience around Mustang and Ford products, staying true to our roots and our passions, and RTR is blowing up because of it.
But Josh, with something like Chrome, when I was at SVT, we launched this color. We thought it was the most special thing. You're also reaching into the fact that Mustang isn't just a one-trick pony. It's 60 years of wonderful American iconic legacy, and you're drawing that into the RTR scene as well. What was the thought behind doing something like Chrome?
The thought behind Mr. Chrome was, it was such an exclusive color 20 years ago, and prior to that as Mystic. So we thought, what's going to make the biggest splash? Reintroducing a new program for RTR, which is the Extended Color Palette program and Paint to Sample program, and what's going to be the most iconic Mustang color that people can think of that's going to make people just get out of their seats to go buy another one. And Mr. Chrome was the number one.
It is the modern day heritage, right? It was still 20 years ago, but when you think of heritage, people are thinking 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
It's 20 years ago, but this is Mustang heritage right here, and they brought it back to life.
And don't forget, many of those early intenders were around when SVT came to be, and for them, it wasn't 1965, it was 2000, and it was this color and that niche group at the factory, and now that you brought this back, that to them is their legacy. That's their heritage, and you're making it real for them.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of people, especially, obviously it broke the internet the day that we posted it. Mustang forums all over the world just shattered. And it was such a great thing for us and such a, propulsion of the brand. And, what you see a lot in the comments and the feeds are 90s Mystic guys, early 2000s Terminator guys. Well, I might need to go buy another Mustang. Yeah. I might need, the new one now speaks to me.
Or when we couldn't afford the Terminator growing up, now this is our car.
People whose dad has one, or it was always their favorite Hot Wheel as a kid, or whatever it was. Like, it brought so much nostalgia to Mustang and to the hearts and minds of people who love this brand and love Mustang, love Ford, love everything about it. It's symmetry in it. To be the medium in which we connect the dots, incredible.
Yeah.
So Mike, you have firsthand experience of how this car is really connecting with customers, both on price point, value, looks, sound. It's got kind of it all. And do you think you're seeing a shift in the old legacy vans were fine for some people, but young people seem to just really be attracted not only to your cars, Josh, but also to what Vaughn brings to the table?
Yeah, a lot of it is Vaughn. Okay. It's pure passion, pure integrity, doing things for the right reasons and having fun doing it. Everything at the core of our mindset here at RTR is our vehicles and our parts are meant to do anything at any time for what the owner is going to use it for. So the cars are dynamic, the Bronco, the Mustang, everything has some adjustable aspect to it to be able to fit your lifestyle, what you're going to do with it, where you're going to go with it. And I think that really appeals to people who don't want a one-trick pony, not to have fun there, but truly a one-trick pony.
That's it.
They don't want it just one thing that doesn't need to be just a street car, just a drag car, or whatever. RTR brings that dynamic to our product line, and even down to our simple stuff like our lifestyle products, like our merchandise. That's where we're acquiring super young people. They're following us for the Hot Wheels and the video games and all those things. And the idea is that if they fall in love with Ford product through us, that long term they're going to be an RTR fan, they're going to be a Ford fan, and they're going to acquire these products when it's their time.
And it's a younger and older crowd who RTR is appealing to.
Now, Mike, remember when Vaughn came to Memories at World Headquarters? After your club members got a chance to actually meet him, what's the most common thing they said? And this is not any verbatim, people walking away from 5 seconds with Vaughn. He's the real deal. Yeah. He was so, I would call it a genuineness.
Yes.
Like there are some personalities in the Mustang space who are just, I wouldn't say fake, but they're.
Sure.
But he was
Curated.
right.
Yeah, I've known Vaughn
He was
15
so
years now.
approachable.
Yeah.
And you were the one that people came up to you, and how did you get him here? Because he wanted to be here with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that separates his brand, and somehow he's translated it into Shiba.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the younger crowd is really all about it, but it's not shying away the older crowd.
Oh, no.
I just delivered one 2 weeks ago to an older gentleman in his early 60s that just had to have that. He wanted a different vehicle, and I showed him the RTR, and he fell in love immediately.
And I think that's what's so incredible about our brand is that even if you can't afford this car, you can still afford a piece of becoming a part of our community. There's something for everyone, whether it's hard parts or merchandise or full vehicles, there truly is something for everyone. And we created our mindset, our mantra is available for all, but not for everyone.
Right.
We want to serve everyone in some capacity, but we understand some people won't be fans. And that's okay.
Yeah.
There is a taste for everyone. RTR certainly is offering a wide breadth there where we see 18-year-olds buying t-shirts and Hot Wheels and skate decks to decorate their bedrooms and go into the Formula Drift events. And then we see people in their 50s, 60s, 70s acquiring our high-end cars
And
that probably previously were legacy customers.
And it's not just Mustangs. They do all other lines of vehicles
That's
as
right.
well.
Let's mention that part. I mean, this is a Mustang Owners podcast, but let's face it, Ford Performance is in a bunch of different spaces, and off-road's big right now.
Yeah, off-road is big, so we compete in Ultra 4 off-road as well, so we do have our own Bronco line of products and vehicles, and that's going to continue to develop into next year. And then next year, we're looking at reintroducing a couple more vehicles. We're looking at bringing back Ranger, looking at F-150, and
That's my question.
where do we go from there? So
That's the question we get asked most is F-150.
You heard it here first, folks.
the very next introduction will be Spec 5. So that'll be the last Mustang edition for this generation, unless we do special editions within the generation. But as soon as Spec 5 is launched, which will be early next year, we'll be into trucks. Yeah.
You heard it here first. This is so great to come to RTR. Josh, we can't thank you enough for your time today. And you guys can, be part of this. I mean, whether it's a full build or a part.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, we have so many different ways for you to become part of the brand, whether you're looking for merchandise, hard parts for your own personal vehicle, a full vehicle for yourself or for someone in your fleet or just to add to the fleet. And then you have multiple ways to acquire it. You can do it through a dealer like Gorno Ford, where Mike's at. You can do it through any of our dealers across the country, or you can even bring your own vehicle here, right here to Concord, North Carolina, 10 minutes from Motor Speedway, and have it built here in our facility.
Mike, very cool. Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming,
Josh,
guys.
thank you so much. Yes.
RTR, these fun havers are making it happen. Thanks for joining us on the Mustang Owners Podcast.